Crime is a major South African problem, but with so much focus, I think a lot of people were under the impression that slowly maybe things were getting better. But looking at this, it's getting so much worse in the last few years.
Yes, Francis, we do a survey of businesses employing between 100 and 400 employees. We do this on a quarterly basis, and as you say, 20% increase over the last 2 years of people who've been affected by crime. It is a concern, a big concern for all of us as South Africans. It comes off the issue of poverty. It comes off the hunger, the lack of employment. The unofficial employment statistics, 35, 40%, official 25%. A lot of people don't have work.
And are desperate and willing to resort to crime. Do you look at the types of crime that affect businesses, or are we just gauging a general threat here?
The question that was asked of those that we surveyed was, have you or your family and your staff members been affected by soft crime? That is, the housebreaking, the hijacking, not the murders and rapes, but those kind of crimes.
Surprisingly, KwaZulu-Natal tops the tables as the province most affected by this business crime or business perceptions of crime. Is that a move from Gauteng?
No, Francis, it's been like that for the last 2-3 years, and it's the perception that Gauteng is GP, the gangster's paradise. I think somebody called it once. Everybody thinks the crime is here in Johannesburg, but in fact, in KwaZulu-Natal, the crime is greater in the survey.
You've looked not only at, obviously it has an emotional cost, but we have financial costs just linked to the threat of crime. Give me some details. Yeah,
80% of the businesses that were surveyed are saying that they find an increase in the costs to combat security and the crime.
All right.
That's a big number.
It's not only crime. You look at things like energy, red tape, the skills shortage, political instability. The list is long. What is mainly keeping execs up at night at the moment?
Business constraints that we've asked of the executives. The two that came out tops was, yes, this over-regulation and red tape. A full 35% said that is an issue. But that's not far from world norms, where upward of 30% are commenting on the same issues. And then the skilled workforce. That is a concern for the businesses.
We've brought up a graph of the red tape and also the lack of skills. If you look at that, we're not that bad off if you compare us to BRICS nations. Even globally, would you agree that the skills shortage, the red tape, both are global problems that we're dealing with?
Francis, indeed, yes, that's the point we make, that South Africa is not that bad. Yeah, we haven't got comparative statistics on the crime because it's not a big issue in other places where we do the survey, but crime at that high percentage. But these percentages on the skilled workforce and the red tape, it is a worldwide problem. Over-regulation.
And what is the impression you get? Is this government not responding to the concerns of business or trying and dealing with challenges that are global?
No, Francis, we welcome the minister's speech of last week where he said he's going to make it easier for us to get our goods into Africa. He's going to make it easier for small and medium-sized businesses to work, to operate. There are some challenges. We've seen a single VAT number, a tax number coming up shortly. These kind of things have been challenges to businesses. Just to get a VAT registration has been, because of all the fraud around it, has been quite an issue in the past.
So we are moving in the right direction.
Certainly.
Do you think that deregulation, that cutting of the red tape could be faster?
Yes, we would say it can be faster. We want to encourage entrepreneurs, small businesses, medium-sized businesses to be able to operate, to be able to produce without all the red tape. The number of tax returns we have to put in every year, the number of forms that have to go into government every year, statistical returns, way too much paperwork. Too many of our people in our businesses are involved in the filling in of forms and red tape.
You still have to do the current quarter. What sort of impact are you expecting because it is an election year?
Overall optimism, interestingly enough, in this last quarter went up from 18% to 40%. So there was an increase. It got as low as 18% in the previous quarter, off a high of 70%. So there were some good signs. A lot of people are saying that the BE rules are driving them to consider those issues. So yes, it will be an election year. It's like your previous speakers. You asked him about some of these issues of service delivery. Yes, the businesses are complaining about service delivery, the potholes, the electricity, the water. Those are slowly. You won't fix those overnight. Those are slowly fixed problems.
All right. Thank you so much for bringing that survey to us. That was the CEO of Thornton, Johannesburg, Andrew Hannington.